So guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a Sigma 18-35 on the GH2. It's all manual focus using the Panasonic app on my iPad down by there. I'm just monitoring if I'm in focus or not. This video is a GH2 video, and took the GH2 out. Got in this cool little case that a friend of mine, Mark, he found from somewhere. I can't remember what he said, but it's a pretty decent case. It does the job, kind of keeps it secure. There's enough mounting holes around the sides and tops and stuff for it. You can access batteries and SD card on the side. So yeah, pretty good case. So I used that. And the reason why I had to use a case for this video is because I was going to rig it up for Anamorphic. So I needed to put this Sirui Anamorphic 1.25 adapter on the end of this 35-100 from Panasonic F2.8. Great lens. So you can imagine there's a lot of weight on the end of this lens with that on the front, because this has, this weighs heavier than the lens does. So I needed to get a whole rod support system going on for this setup. I'm enjoying the Anamorphic adapter. It's really cool, and the fact that I can adapt it to most of my lenses is pretty cool. There's benefits of using this adapter on the 35-100 f2.8. One of the main reasons is the internal, or the focusing is internal, so there's no extension. So once this is rigged up, you don't have to worry about it going, back and forth with the adapter on the end, and then you've got the rod lens support underneath, kind of, it missing that or whatever. Also, the fact is an f2.8 constant aperture, which is great for exposure. This is a focus by wire lens, and when you're using the adapter, you need to focus the lens to infinity in order to then control the focusing with the adapter itself, which is a really lovely, smooth, well dampened focus ring. I don't know whether, because some of the shots I was getting were a bit soft, and I don't know whether that's down to the fact that the Panasonic lens, it's a autofocus lens, it's not a true manual lens, and I don't know whether that was slightly shifting focus, even though I set it to infinity. I don't know whether the GH2 was kind of adjusting that focus, whether it was just me being a total idiot, I don't know. But some of the focus, some of the shots looked a bit soft, and I'm blaming that, not me. Also, with the AF lens attached to the GH2, I couldn't get my focus spot area up, so I couldn't punch in to get focus, which was annoying, and I didn't know why that was happening, even though I set the camera to manual focus and I double checked all the other settings on the GH2. I couldn't get my focus area spot up at all to just double check focus. So that was a bit, a bit annoying. And I don't know whether that's down to the lens. So maybe this is not the best lens to do an anamorphic setup with on the GH2. I don't know. Maybe I'll try with the GH2 and see if I get better performance with that. Whether it's just me being an idiot, I don't know. We've had some crazy weather here in the UK, and it's been really nice and sunny. As you can see, the window's in front of me, so the sun's coming in lovely. Earlier on, it was like gusts of wind and rain and all the rest of it. So you don't really know what you're going to get on each given day. And the morning I shot this was due to be sunny, and clouds were coming over, and it was getting quite dark, and it looked like it was going to rain at some points. So getting exposure was pretty difficult. So like I always try and do, I opt to expose for the highlights, and if the blacks are crushed, the blacks are crushed. With an 8-bit camera, as good as the bitrate is with the hack, it's still an 8-bit camera. You're not dealing with any kind of log profiles, so you got to be very careful not to clip the highlights too much. There's one or two shots where I I didn't expose fully for the highlights. I thought I could strike a balance between the darks and the highlights. Kind of works a little, I guess. So yeah, and also I used Dehancer to grade, well, this intro and also the main video as well. I love Dehancer. It's such a really good plugin, and if you enjoy the film look, this is a very good plugin. It's not the cheapest plugins, and there's a promo code I'll put down below to get 10% off this plugin, but it is, if you want that film look without shooting film, then this is fantastic. And the thing is, you know, if you want to shoot film in terms of like video film, not like shoot film for stills, you're going to have to pay a fortune to go on that journey, because the cost of film and developing the film, and there's also the rigmarole of doing it all. I just, as much as I think the end result may look pretty cool, what a nightmare that would be. We're so used to this modern technology. Well, I am anyway. I'm so used to this modern technology. To do anything other than this would be an absolute bollock. But this plugin, Dehancer, kind of gets you similar kind of results. It's a really, really good plugin. So I've used Dehancer for the final grade of the footage. And what I've noticed with Dehancer as well, it's, even though it's a very, very good plugin, and it works with 8-bit footage really nicely. It doesn't destroy the 8-bit footage. And I've used it on the GH2. I've used it on the G6 footage. I've used it on GAE slow-mo footage, which is 1080 60p, and it just looks really nice. And I've used it on my Osmo Action for POV photography walks I've done on my other channel, and it just looks really nice. And if you're ever shooting low light with a very small sensor and the image looks a bit grainy, a bit distorted, just make it look like old film cinema, scratch it up, hairlines and all the rest of it. But yeah, there we go. Actually, Mark, I've had this for quite a long time. So drop me a message, mate, and I'll get this back to you. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments, leave them in the comment section. And anything you want to see from me for this channel in terms of cameras, lenses, pair-ups and stuff like that, give me a shout. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.